Oh, yeah, I just had to do that to you. Jingle bells, jingle bells. So, how y'all doing? This is Grammy Mary, and you are at the Dork Table, or I hope you're at the Dork Table. If you're not, well, I don't know what to tell you, and I got Flasharoonie Dork going on here, so oh my goodness. Yeah, there you go. Jingle Hells, Rob Works. I do love that version of the song too, Chloe. Okay, let's see. Do you want
Bunch of heathens.
do what?
You're all a bunch of heathens.
Well, hell yeah. Hell yeah. And yeah, I'm going to find some very unusual stuff to play for you during the Dork Table just because I can. So,
Um, you're
let's.
like the designated DJ. You've just decided. You don't even ask me no more.
No, I
Wow.
don't. No, I don't.
This is about just like being a bigamist. Now I got a radio wife that just does what she pleases. What the fuck is going on? Wow, I'm intercontinental.
There you go. Damn, talk
Nah,
about a.
you
Whew.
you feel free to think you make decisions, Mary. It's lots of fun.
Well, I try not to believe everything I think.
So where are we today?
Okay, we are the Dork Table with Flasharoonie
Ah,
Dork and Grammy Dorkette.
oh
I'm
crap.
See, I'm feeling somewhat international myself because I went with the international smelling spelling of that, which Flash told me that my nose moved to my ass, so now my ass really does smell. But bum bum. Okay.
No, so it didn't work that way. That was the end result of that sounded really bad.
Oh, well, you know me. I just can't help but blurt stuff out. So, there you go.
I Yeah, flash in a box. I was teasing her about her nose. And I said something about, well, at least it's not on your ass, because then you'd really know where it was. See, I told you it just didn't translate. Next case. Okay.
Yep, yep.
RLM.
Okay, yeah,
We're,
Flash does
we're,
sound like he's in a box because he doesn't have his headphones on because we don't have the circle over there. We don't have his up close and personal wife going on there.
my
Gee,
technician.
Vindorka, that's a hell of a trick because I'm not wearing a skirt. Are you looking underneath my lap blankie? Because if you
Uh-oh.
are, then you'll see my fleece lined Tinkerbell
An
jammy
executive
pants.
decision. Well, yeah, because Rob, there's nobody in charge here. We just do shit.
Yeah, because
Well,
neither
nobody
one of us is large.
doesn't matter. You couldn't slap me from that far away anyhow. Just idle threats, Miss Mary. Just idle threats.
Ah, okay, okay. Well, over here, I see that Sock Puppet just shared it over here in the Crush and Run site on the corner pocket. Yeah. So anybody over here in the corner pocket, if you're listening in, hey there, hi there, how you doing, and welcome aboard. I also see that earlier today, Kazoo just had to share, or Kozu just had to share something, and wow, yeah, that's me. I think I'll actually pull that up and I'll share that with everybody just because it's free. Just because. So, and yeah, it's called a Jello Jiggler for a reason. So there you go. Okay, and over on Fakey Book, well, Fakey Book is not a happy place right now because I just found out my sister-in-law's father passed away. So sending her loving and supportive energy. He has not been well for quite some time. So darn it all. At least he's no longer hurting. That's a good thing. Okay, let's see. And that's it so far over on Fakey Book. On Freedom's Network, that effing site. Hey there, hi there, ho there. I see that Bob Renner is aboard and sharing all kind of stuff.
Yes,
And
sir.
Grimmy is over here also sharing the Dork Table info for y'all. Estrella is also over here, as well as Caddy Scatbrat. So hey there, hi there, ho there. How you guys doing? I hope you're having an absolutely splendiferous Saturday morning, or Saturday evening, or Sunday morning, or whoever the heck. Moose Dork.
I didn't know.
Okay, you don't need to whisper, Flash, because I can hear you.
It
Hi,
wasn't you I was
Circles.
whispering for, it was her.
Okay, and over here in the RLM, which is where you need to be if you want to give us static or chit chat or whatever. Just an echo. Yoo-hoo! I see Asmo right up top. Hey there, missionary man. How you doing? I also see Barman is here. Um, oh yeah. I don't quite resemble that Betsy, but I think probably in a few years I might. You never know. Unless I keep after taking care of all of this, I got out. Oh, hey, it's snowing. Yeah. Whew, squirrel. Um, if I keep taking care of my 5 acres out here, I don't think I'll be quite the jiggler, but, what the hey. Okay.
That's all a matter of perspective.
That's right. Well, and it depends on what part of my anatomy you're talking about, because I do have one part of my anatomy that just jiggles just because it can. Okay,
So
moving along.
far, you're doing all the talking.
I know. I know. And
Don't
hey,
stop now. You're on a roll.
woo! Oh, no, that's just my soft cider cooler around my six-pack abs.
Oh, holy fuck. Oh, those fellas. Last month it was the girls. This week it's six-pack abs.
That's right.
I'm
Okay.
so confused.
Well, as well you should be. I like to keep
Okay,
people
we're
confused
on headphone land again. I had the boss come down and,
and fix you.
well, that, no, she just adjusted the fucking headphones.
Ah, there you go. Well,
There's
'cause
no fixing me. I'm not broken. Ah, ha,
yeah, I know, Betsy. That is for Miley's generation. And oh my God, can you? I don't. Wow. I substitute bowled on Monday, and they
Mm.
had The Voice on, and Miley Cyrus is now one of the judges, and I just frickin' could not even look up towards our scores because the TVs were on either side, and it never failed. Every time I looked up at my score to see if I was even remotely close to my
Mm.
average. Every time I looked up there was Miley Cyrus. And I'm sorry, I
Oh.
just cannot even look at that woman without feeling like going, so, okay, I got
Mm.
finished saying hey there, hi there, ho there to everybody. I also see Barman is here. Hey there, Barman, how you doing? Thank you ever so much for all the sharing and tweeting that you do for me, although I know it's Grimmy pulling your strings. I also see the lovely Beth Z is in the house. Hey there, woman, how you doing? And Grim Nerd is here, as well as Grim Nerd. So Grim Nerd is for those of you that don't sprain your tongue easily, whereas Grim Nerd is just Grim Nerd. That's an easy one to say. But the Grim Nerd thing, I don't know why, but that always gets me befuddled for some dumb reason. I see
Wow.
the lovely Moose Girl is here. Hey there, woman, how you doing? And I do need to apologize to you two, because last night I fully intended on listening to the Freakers Ball and participating at least a little bit, but I laid down for a little bit to do some knitting, and I woke up at. I actually didn't lay down. I just kind of got somewhat recumbent in. Yeah, and
Recumbent?
I got halfway through a
Wow. What
row,
do you
and
like when you just get cumbent?
then I'm quite active.
Uh, I felt like talking because this is radio.
Yes, it is. In any case, yeah, I got somewhat relaxed in a relaxed position. Let's put it that way, and started knitting and got half a row, because I woke up at 12:58 and I hadn't dropped any stitches, but yeah, I fell
Jeez.
asleep mid-row. So,
Wow.
whew, it's been a week. And apparently my body said, you know what, you're not going to get a row done tonight. You're just going to go sleep. So I did, and I missed the Freakers Ball, and damn it, I'm sorry. So I'll have to listen on the replay.
Wow.
Whee! Okay.
I could have said that and like I missed the Freakers Ball.
I know.
That's it's me and Cirque were talking about that today.
Actually,
Said
yes.
it
Sorry. Yes.
takes her 5 minutes to say the same thing. I go, it's in the cupboard. But if you ask her, it's a lot more to it.
That's because we like to take the scenic route verbally. So there you
Did
go.
I ever show you my lighter for those big smokes?
That's a big lighter. And yes, Rob works. I can knit laying down. Like when I get my recliner
Oh, shit.
all the way back. Yeah.
Here we go again.
Yeah, I can knit
Don't
like
start
that.
moaning like the cat this time. Okay?
How about I
It's
just
cute.
purr?
No, it's cute. No, it's cute, but it changes the
whole
dynamics of the podcast that we're doing.
I know, then I have to put an adult rating on it.
Yeah, but a lot more people listen. just to hear you disagree with them.
Oh, how fun. Okay, let's see, where was I at? Oh, Moosey.
I don't-
Hey there,
Moose.
lovely Kate. Oh, look, Rob Works is passing around the bubbler. Oh, dude, like I
Hey,
really need
Bubbles.
that.
Oh yeah,
I just need
Life-
to pick up knitting needles and I'm out like a light.
life without bubbles is just a day. You know?
It's boring. I like tiny bubbles.
No. Life isn't boring. Pot just makes boring people seem interesting.
Okay, for the one who is imbibing. Yes.
I only talk for me. I tried speaking for America once, but they liked the way things go, so I left.
Oh.
Oh, okay. See you guys. Have fun. I'm
Awes-
going to go live different than this.
Hasta la taco muchachos. I speak Spanish very well.
Oh.
Okay, the lovely Kate is in the house. Hey there, Kate. How you doing? I'm not going to get done saying, hey, how long did you say it takes? 20 minutes? We're going to work
About
on a
20.
record.
20 years, so give or take.
We got dork porn going on here.
Because, as you all know, the dorks enjoy the foreplay.
Oh.
We don't just like being stuck right away. No. Kiss me. I like to be kissed before I get fucked. What was that? Al Pacino said that, or some movie?
I don't know. You just did.
Yeah, but I stole it from a film. I mean, I didn't write that one. That would have been brilliant, though. So, stand up and face your English teacher about 14 years old and say, "Hey, baby, kiss me. I love to be kissed when I'm being fucked."
Wow. They probably do
I
that
hated
nowadays.
at school. Yeah. I had
Okay.
other things to say. Bye.
Oh, okay. Okay. Kate. Hi there, Kate. How are you?
Again. Again.
I also see trust no one. Oh wow, that sounded really cool in my headphones. Whoo, that was fun.
Oh, I got to go put my pants on. I'll be right back.
I also see Beetle is in the house. How you doing, Beetle? And Chalsa Denis. That's another tongue
chop.
twister thing going on there.
Don't know.
Put
I
that-
can't figure it out.
Chalsa Denis needs to put
Yeah.
that back in there because it is dork porn.
No. Yeah, just throw a bunch of letters up and wherever they land, make them order out of it.
Well, that's
And
how
just
Chinese people name
Try
their
to pronounce
children.
it.
That's the only reason they have silverware over there is so they can drop the silverware and whatever sound that makes, that's what they name their kid. Moving along.
Wow. So dumb.
I know.
When did you
I'm
become a racist? Oh,
I'm-
wait. No, you're from
I'm
Kansas.
trying to
You've always
piss off
been
as many people as I possibly can today. Damn it.
Is it working?
I don't know. I haven't seen anybody get pissed off yet. But it is better to be pissed off than pissed on. Okay.
I will gladly give you the free seminar, the Flash Somebody seminar
He
on
said
how
seminar.
to piss How to piss off your opponent for a long fucking time.
I am so
Long
glad I
time.
didn't take a drink.
Oh,
Wow.
we love you long time at Flashco. Long and deep.
Uh, uh, uh,
Yeah.
okay, moving along. Hi, Chloe. We got a double dip and a Chloe.
16 minutes already. You believe
I'm,
this shit?
I know, and I'm only halfway through the list. Flash Dork is here.
Hey, Flash, what's up? Not much.
um,
What's up?
I also see IB Don C is here, as well as Java Doctor 2, the new and improved version. And looky there,
Java.
PB Onion, that one. Let's rewind that and start all.
Oh, I
No.
haven't seen Paul Bunyan in a bit.
Well, he's been firing. He's been dealing with Tennessee fires.
Oh, well, yeah,
Yeah.
that will keep you busy, a fire line, Nicole.
Yeah.
Hard
Yeah.
work. Hard
Yes.
work.
Yes,
Very
it is.
fucking hard work. Okay.
P. Bunyan is in the house, as well as Rob Works, who is breaking up another
Hey,
bud and loads of fresh bowl. Because don't you know, we need more to make us.
S-
Wow.
Cirque joined us.
Circle Dork.
Yeah. She's in another dimension here in Flash Mania.
Cool.
We interrupt each other if we're in the same room listening to the show at the same time. It doesn't work.
Ah, okay.
We have technical difficulties.
Oh my lord! You know, I just keep looking at Rob loading up another bowl for the room, and I keep thinking, "Holy shit, people!
No,
Can
it's
you
me.
imagine what I would be like if I was stoned right now? Because I'm like
No.
this naturally."
Oh, come on. See, that's the whole thing. People exaggerate stoned. The more stoned you are, the more Doritos or TV you're going to consume. Ooh.
Well, I will eat more Doritos if they're handy.
Now, I mean, if you were talking about like acid, acid and whiskey, or maybe some PCP and mushrooms, then I could see you getting a strange reaction. But people smoking pot, that's just as boring as it's more boring than drinking. Let's just say that.
Okay, well, I'm one of those people that, wow, you add alcohol or any of that other fun stuff too, and it's like,
Hmm.
oh my lord, really?
Exactly. That's okay. But so you said smoking, and I'm sorry, but just
Oh,
smoking by itself is like watching television. There's nothing whoop-de-doop-de.
no,
Just feels good.
I said stoned, hun,
Uh,
which can be
I
lots of
I
things.
am.
Um,
Well, yeah,
testicle
but see,
difficulties. Uh-oh.
when you mix alcohol with anything, you just intensify the other thing with that negative. It's not good. It's fun
Ah,
when you do it, but looking back, there's times I think, well, I sure would have been better off to not ever have done that. And it has something to do with an alcoholic beverage in my hand and me drinking it.
yeah.
Without going in any further detail about it, my wife is listening upstairs in the Batcave.
Ah, there you go. Okay, I got to finish because, hey, we're at 19 minutes. We are going to
I
get a
was
record.
trying. Okay.
Okay, I said hey to Rob Works. Hey, sweetie.
Hey, Rob Word.
I also see Sock Puppet is in the house. Hey there, darling. How you doing? Let me go look and see if anybody
Hey,
over.
suck
Just a real
puppet.
fast peek. Okay,
Yeah.
nobody's
Yeah.
commenting
PCP.
over in the corner pocket. So, hi,
Oh,
Sock. How you doing? Vindorka is here, and Vindorka is just absolutely enamored with the word easy and anytime it is used. So I'm going to say Vindorka is easy as many times as I possibly can, so I hope he ODs on easily.
oh,
There you
yes, I
go.
do, Grimner. I did it in the 80s. That's why I said mix that shit with some whiskey, and you got yourself a real episode. But smoking pot is compared to what you can do is just boring. It's not real exciting.
Mm.
Feels good. It's nice, and these people over the years have just exploded. They've taken it where it was never ever intended to go. We're peaceful people that like to feel good and eat cookie dough. Whoa! Put me in prison. Oh, I smoked a flower.
That's true. Okay. Colfax 101 is here. Hey there, sweetheart.
Hey,
How you doing?
Colfax.
And
What?
Graham's Dorkette. Hey, that's me, and I apparently can't shut up, and we're at 20 minutes now, so record breaker.
You're not supposed to shut up here at the Dork Table show. You're supposed to yak your pie hole.
I do. I do that quite well.
So what did you think of my blurb for the table this week? I was taking a punch at Christmas because I'm not a big fan.
Okay, I will get to that in just a sec. I have 4 more names.
Oh, right out fucking loud. Who knew? I didn't know we were that damn popular. Welcome, dorks and dorkettes.
Okay, I
to
see
Dork
Jay
Time.
Dredd is here. Hey there,
There you go.
Hansel. I much
At least
prefer
I interrupted
Hansel.
you for a good one.
Oh, I enjoy Jay Dredd. If for
I
no
do
other
too.
reason, I learn all kinds of stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, he reminds me of how sane I truly am in this insane world.
There you go. I also see Jehovah One, Holy Jehovah. So are you holy? And holy, is that like have lots of holes or very religious?
I heard it was a bot. Wait a minute. Now,
It
am I
probably
hearing
is.
the story?
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. Could be. I don't know.
No,
I've never
I didn't
met
hear
them.
it from you.
I know
I heard it. Wait, how did you know that I didn't hear it from you?
because I didn't say it.
Aha.
Ha ha.
Oh. Well, you know what I mean.
Yes, I do. We also have Juana Taco in the house, and you know
Juana,
what?
what's up?
I did have a sopapilla last night. And it was very good, and that's probably why that probably contributed to my conking out so quickly because I had a full belly. That's just
Hey, thanks,
that's the
Grimner.
way it works. And finally, to round out the crew, the one, the only, the Kozu. How you doing, darling? And looky here, Moose Girl is over here in the corner pocket. I see you, lady. I'm gonna make the 8-ball over there in the corner pocket. Who's the 8-ball? Because I'm gonna make her.
I don't know, but I got a quick pot joke for you from when I was married in the '90s.
Okay.
And I'm watching my children, so on, and this, that, and the other. And one day, the 2 little girls come home together after school, and the 7-year-old comes in all pouty faced, and she looks at me and she drops everything and says, "The girls at school are smoking pots, and I don't even know what that means." And I went, "That's my girl." Well, yeah, I wasn't, 7 years old. You're not really, you don't have a grip on reality yet. You're still trying to figure out shit. So I didn't think giving them too much knowledge was brilliant. It was not a good idea. Kept them kind of innocent,
Yeah.
but they were kids, and kids say shit when they think it. So we had that, coming in the door and talking about what's smoking pots anyway. I don't know what that means. What do you tell a 7-year-old in the first place? Hey, you see the shit that I got in this box I take into that other room over there? What are you going to do? You're going to sit down and have an adult conversation with a little child? I don't think so. So you just don't tell them shit. Leave them alone. They're children. Let them play with dolls and watch cartoons.
Ah.
That's what I did. Yeah, I didn't see any point in having adult conversations with children. That's insane. Oh, wait, like Congress. Hey, I could be onto something here. Well, I just
Sock
still- the
Puppet.
kids
Sock
crack me up.
Puppet is asking over in the in the corner pocket if I'm making the
Yeah.
rounds. Honey, I used to tell people this all the time. Well, I still do occasionally. I know. See, you did your little flashback. Now I'm doing mine. I used to tell people that I'm a former call girl, and I actually do have a picture around here somewhere of me extremely pregnant with my number 2 child standing in front of my mother's car, and she had a license plate on the front of her car that all of us kids, well, not all of us kids,
Coveted.
but we got it for her for Christmas. It said number
Oh,
1
oh,
call
got
girl
it for her.
because
Oh.
maiden name was Call. And mother loved it. She
Priceless.
thought it was hilarious as hell. But I used to tell people that I was a former call girl, and the reason that I'm a former call girl is because I used to put a mattress on my back and roller skates on my feet and yell curb service, but I had to quit doing that shit because it was costing me too damn much money. So,
Too much money.
I know when you got to pay them, it just really sucks.
I don't know.
I thought
I
you.
try I try to avoid conversations like this on the radio.
Oh, well, see, I had someone tell me you're supposed to charge them, and I went, oh, that's what I did wrong. Shit.
Well, actually, I like your style, kiddo. You got a good point there. Because, hey, the whole premise of my complaint is that your average human being, both of the male or female persuasion, they have a really fucked up value system. And to even make a joke about a value system, for some reason, I went, wow, no, I don't think like that. Even no, 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 Mary.
Yeah, I'm
It's
listening.
it's on yeah, because it's on our me and you have such different wavelengths that we speak at. And this is one of the ones I don't connect on the sarcasm of all fucking things, right?
Uh huh.
But for some reason when I hear you tell you that part, I get a value reading on it that I don't know. I can't really enjoy it.
Oh, man.
I know. What? See, it's not your flaw in hearing. It's apparently mine. But the point is I've known you well enough to go, yeah, but no, I don't get into that one as much as I could because it's got a value system to it. And I thought maybe because you knew me a little bit that you'd get the the core of what that really means.
Well, see, and I just thought it was just as funny.
Right, exactly. Exactly. Okay, just as funny as I think President Clinton, President Trump equal. There's neither one's funnier to me. They both make me giggle. There you go.
Yeah. Oh, Sock Puppet is sharing images and stuff over in the corner pocket, and that little bee dog is cute.
Bee dog.
It's a
Oh,
bee
great.
dog. It's a little. It's a little
What a dog.
pug. It's a little
Oh,
pug in a bee costume. Now, see, I'm
okay.
gonna have to
Oh,
find
yeah,
the picture of me in my bumblebee costume just to scare y'all.
oh, I'm not. Rob Works looks like he's worried you're going to try to put me to work for you in your pedophile gang, but I'm not afraid.
No, no, he knows that
Nope.
Circle is gonna do that.
Okay. Yeah, that's what's going to happen. Wow. That's the beauty of the internet too, is whenever you wonder how you're doing in life, just ask somebody on the internet, they'll tell you.
Yeah, they will.
Cuz opening my eyes and looking out, that doesn't seem to do it. I need input from outsiders that don't know me.
Input
I
from
was I
outside.
was yeah, I'm referring Vince did a show yesterday that was
Interesting.
diff well, I like his approach, but the guy that he has voicing the pro opinion is I wow, he's so pro Jew that he tells you at the end, and if you're going to say anything bad about Israel, we're not going to allow it. And I went, well, there you go. That's the difference between the official government story and the truth is if you don't agree with the government story, that means that you're a Israel hater, and that's not cool. You can't do that. The Jews, you gotta love the Jews, man. That's a fucking law. What the fuck? Be gutless and love the Jews, and yeah, that's.
Jew
Wow.
bastard.
Well, the fucker talked for an hour about shit that's not real, not possible, and claiming it all as proven and just sad. Common sense just doesn't seem to work with some people.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
couldn't listen to it. Part of the reason why I couldn't listen to it is because my frickin' phones were going nuts yesterday at work. I swear to
Oh,
God, for about 20 minutes there, I had 4 lines going. And that's all the
really?
lines that we have coming into the business. And yeah, I was a hell of a juggler.
I bet.
and everybody was wandering off and not letting me know where they were going. And it was
Yeah.
like, you sons of bitches, because the detail guy said, I could tell you were busy because I heard your shoes going clack, clack, clack all over the floor. And I could tell the busier you got, the faster that clack, clack, clack went. And yeah, I was to the point where it was like, if I can't track your ass down in 5 seconds, you're going to be in a world of shit. Because I was, by the end of all of that, I was ready to drop kick someone. Because it's like, you little sons of bitches, do not be wandering off on me and not telling me where in the hell you're going. And then bitch
Mommy
at me
wants
because you
to
didn't
know.
get your message. It's like, you little bastards.
Yeah. No. Children, children, children. Hey, Grimner answered back to me on my rant.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
because I'm going to tell you, you know what really disappointed me about the show is the guy wasn't tuned into the chat where he could have been enlightened, but he wouldn't go there or didn't go there, whatever. And I was asking questions like, fuck the 9/11 disaster to period. Like, okay, boom, put that down for a minute and pick this up. Explain the Patriot Act 60 days later.
Well, explain Obamacare so
No,
quickly
no, no,
after.
no.
No,
See, now
I'm
you're
serious. I want you. It's the same thing. You know, people go explain the Patriot Act within 60 days. Okay, explain
Yeah.
Obamacare. How fast did that get put up to? Right after he was inaugurated, it was like bada bing, bada boom. We've got this damn near 2,000-page piece of legislation that, oh yeah, we just sat down and we just whipped that shit out. Hold my
Hey.
beer while I whip this out.
You're
Yeah,
agreeing with me. What are you doing?
I know, I'm agreeing with you. It's like,
Oh,
Jesus,
that's no fun.
I know.
Okay.
It is
All
kind of
right, go
scary.
ahead.
But
You
know,
can be right. It's okay with me.
oh, thank you. I appreciate that ever so much.
You're very welcome.
There's just so many people that they just flat ass don't understand. No, he just
No.
wrote that. No, seriously, seriously. Even a fucking speed reader couldn't read that in that time frame, let alone go through the whole thought process and put all the whereases and therefores and all the other bullshit in there in the time frame that it took for them to get it to plop it in front of Congress. No. This shit is all prepped ahead of time. Every bit of it. And then they go, oh, well, since this happened, boom, see, we have a solution. And you go, wow, either you guys are Mighty Mouse and here I come to save the day, or you're this evil bastard in the back room going, let's see, in 10 years we want to put this into effect. So let's start now by creating the situation to where we can step out and go, here I am to save the day. That's what's going on.
Wow.
I
I'm
know,
not
just-
saving any fucking thing. No.
I'm saving my pennies.
No, I've got, yeah, well, there you go. Even that, I don't know. Throw coins in a jar, fuck it. But saving the day? No. You know what? I challenge the world to
What's that?
the Flash's 3-step plan to cure humanity of everything that is wrong with it.
Number 1, get rid of humanity.
Stop. No, nothing that critical. All you got to do is stop lying, everybody, about all the way we live. I'm not talking about, honey, do these pants make my ass look big?
Yeah.
I'm talking about we live in a society that is based on bullshit. And if they were forced to tell the truth and not be able to lie to us and call it true, we would live differently. As I have said hundreds of times before. But you know, when I'm stuck on stupid, Mary, I just kind of got to go through it. It's like one of those psycho tics. If I don't say it out loud, I have to carry it around with me.
Ah.
Well, I really truly believe that the way we live is based on lies.
Yeah.
And there you go. And well, so blaming Obama or Bush or bragging about anybody is just a bunch of stupid nonsense. It doesn't mean anything. You're just repeating words you're told because there's nothing physical to back up the things that you say. You're living in tra-la land.
Ah.
And it's a choice. I can make that choice and have a beautiful job and a beautiful car and all those beautiful things, have real simulated Indian jewelry and everything. But nah, fuck it. I don't really think that's all that important.
Welcome, Cowboy Tech. And yes, it is a beautiful world. And you know what, Circle
Exactly.
Dork?
Yeah.
I do really like those little oranges. Those are awesome.
Yeah, I got her some today, so she was all happy about that.
I love those
Eh,
things. I'll sit there and eat those things until I'm miserable.
really?
Yeah.
Wow, you guys are so crazy. Okay. But then again, I'll smoke pipe load after pipe load. The only thing that really happens is I don't remember all the time how the show went. I got to listen to it and go, well, yeah, because when we're happening, I hear you in one respect. And then when I listen to the show during the week, I'll be doing something and I'll play it back and I hear you in a whole nother kind of a way.
Well, yeah, because it's no longer the time frame that and other things have happened and your thought process of it changed and you know
Hmm. Well, maybe it's got to do with how messed up we get along with each other as people in the first place, for the most part.
true.
Because I like listening to the Freakers Ball last night. Miss Moose wasn't pleased. Somebody upset her a little bit, and it's been going on a while. It wasn't like, oh, somebody just said something to her off the cuff. People have taken liberties to make comments, and it's justified and it's added on to by other people, and then you get to the point where you just want to go throw the thing against a wall. Been there.
Well, and
Like,
a lot of that
remember?
stuff is like I have freedom of speech, and so
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can say
true.
whatever I want, and then they get butt
Yes.
hurt when you bite back at them.
So what?
And then you just
Fuck
kind
'em.
of look at them and go, the whole thing about freedom of speech is that when you say something, then that opens the door for others to say something as well. And if you don't like the response, tough patooties, you open the door.
Can you imagine what business would operate like on a daily basis? How bored you would fucking be. You'd probably have nothing to do if the car industry was ran on an honest, open source, honest basis instead of the bullshit that they do.
That would be rather, wow.
Because all these backdoor deals and, oh, we're protecting information bullshit, it's a load of crap. Everybody uses the same fucking basic information. What's the secret? The secret is to keep everybody else thinking there's a reason for a piece of rubber to cost $800.
Yeah. Hooty
And the
doody.
reason it does is because they'll get you to pay for it. There you go. And these companies just rack up the fucking money and claim they're not making any profit. I don't see how they do it.
Yeah. Well, and that's one of those things that I get to see because I get to deal with the warranty side
Hmm.
of that. And
Oh yeah, right. Yeah, how picky people can really be too.
well, and
Isn't
it's
it,
not
isn't it weird?
necessarily that. It's just and a lot of people don't realize that warranty is not because you drove like an asshole and broke your car and now warranty is going to cover it. No. Warranty warranty only covers what was a
Normal. Yeah,
manufactured
yeah,
defect.
yeah.
So that's always fun to try and explain to people. I had seriously, okay, the cop haters out there will absolutely love this one. We had the local law enforcement bring or call and say our driver's seat, the stitching is
Mm,
coming apart. And
wow.
is that covered by warranty? And I was told, okay, all I was told was the
Yeah.
stitching is coming apart. So I went, well, yeah, if the stitching's coming apart, then yes, that is
Uh,
covered under warranty. And they went, oh,
wow.
good. Well, we want to make an appointment to bring it in and get the seat cover replaced. And I go, oh, okay, no problem. So I connect them with service. They bring the vehicle in. Oh, yeah, the stitching was coming apart, as well as the foam.
But still,
And
okay.
on this, no, you really, I mean, I don't know if I have a picture of it or not. I know one of the guys took a picture of it because it was
You
like,
kind of,
holy
you kind
shit.
of, yeah,
What?
but you kind of you hijacked the idea and you went real far away with it.
Yeah, I know I did, but that's what I do.
I don't know. Right, right. But I wasn't talking about the stupidity of the customer so much as the dishonesty of the company to operate things so that they'll work the way they do. When the truth is, if they didn't do it this way, it could be done with efficiency and at reasonable price. But
Yes, but that's
there's no
called planned
profit in that.
obsolescence. But see,
Right.
that's
Right.
whole. It's not just the company; it's people that are, and that's because I deal with the company a lot, and I tell them, you know
Mhm.
what? If you guys really, because we keep getting all of this shit from corporate telling us we need to cut our warranty expenses, and it's like, build a better product then. Duh.
Oh,
And I've
wow, that's
told
priceless.
them that a time or two. And they
Yeah.
go, well, and it's like, no, don't give me that well shit because that's a
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
deep subject for your shallow mind. But it's not just the company. People have bought into that mindset, and then they think, and
Yeah.
like I was explaining with this seat, they
Yeah.
bring this in, and the whole side by the door is gone, freaking gone. The cloth, the foam padding, the airbag, all of that's gone. And do you know why? Well,
No.
because he kept getting in and out of the vehicle with his holster on that side and his radio on that side, and it was pulling and tearing on all of this stuff.
Oh,
And
you
so
didn't say all that. All
he
right.
just got,
Okay.
yeah, he didn't tell us about that. And he said, well, it just kept catching on my holster and on my radio, so I just took it all off. And now I want warranty to replace it. And it's like, what?
Mm.
Yes, Moosey, it's a GM. And you just kind of, you look at that, and I got the joy of calling the sheriff's department and cluing them in that, no, that is not a warranty covered expense.
Wear and tear. Yeah.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's not a manufacturer's defect there.
Yeah. The
Sorry.
dog peed on in the back carpet for 2 months, and we want you to fix
Yeah,
that.
there's a funny smell in the car,
Yeah.
and I want it
From
fixed.
the dog.
Yeah,
Your
so
your inferior carpet is why.
yeah, and
If you'd have used good carpet, it wouldn't be like this.
people are just, dude, and it's not, and Moosey, it's not just GM that does that. Every major manufacturer does that. And what's really sad is a lot of the problem is it's not just the manufacturers, it's also the people that supply stuff to them, because we have bought into this planned obsolescence mindset
Mm.
that,
Oh.
every 6 months or every year or every whatever time frame, you have to get the latest, greatest, newest one.
Yeah.
No, you shouldn't have to. Those things should, for the money they charge for them sumbitches should last forever. That's the way I look at it.
Exactly, but that's not going to turn a profit.
No, it's not.
So take your crazy socialist ideas. What's wrong with you, young woman?
I know. I'm just absolutely insane. I expect
Yeah.
people to actually, give
Do
you
what?
what you pay for.
No.
I know.
Well, but see, it went, well, okay, now here's the bad news. You ready for the bad news?
Yeah, go.
You get exactly what you pay for because there's nothing real about what we're doing. It's all promissory notes where everybody's living on promise that things are going to continue. And it's really that serious, but oh, no. The poor cons piracy guy over there doesn't understand reality again. And sometimes I don't know. Here's how I look at this, right? I posted up in the RLM, the National Debt Clock.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's got all the world debt clocks, right? What it doesn't have in there's, well, why did the Rothschilds believe that we owe them that much money? And depending on what corporation that owns your paperwork is, that's what your percentage of the debt is to these families. Okay, well,
I'm just-
it's a reality. I didn't create it. I'm not involved in it personally, but I do like to look at it from a distance. And I'm still thinking, well, nobody will tell me, how do you collapse this illusion that we live in? I don't see it collapsing. I see them dragging it on with different explanations every time. We just had what, in 2008, didn't the banks collapse?
Yeah, and we bailed them
Hmm?
out because of
Well, no,
their bad practices. We
okay.
bailed them out. That's
Well,
yeah.
all right. Whatever the fuck that even supposed to mean, I don't know. But I do know this. It's a bunch of bullshit
Well, yeah.
because if I lived my life in the fashion of a government or a bank and they caught me, they would put me in one of their prisons. But that's how they do things, and that's okay. What?
Yeah.
And they rape and rob everybody that they encounter. I mean, they got life pensions and medical care and all this just goodies and gadgets and shit. And then they don't go to fucking work because they work for Monsanto and they don't want them dealing with the public. Are you kidding? Business is what Congress is all about.
Oh, yeah.
And well, okay, so
They should have
10%.
NASCAR badges.
Yeah, but why doesn't see, there you go. And all we can do about it is in person, nobody wants to get involved in that. On the radio, you talk about it. Oh, yeah, it's wonderful. But people don't have the spine to really face the dragon.
Yeah.
Look what they're doing to the Indians in North Dakota, for fuck's sake. Oh, Native Americans, right? Every butt nugget name you want to call somebody. They stole their fucking land from them. They give them back part of their fucking land under conditions. And then 100 years later, this is crap is going on. And it's all about fucking lawyers. Got nothing to do with water and got nothing to do with oil. It's about lawyers. And people are getting physically fucked up over there with water cannons in sub-zero fucking weather. I mean, these people are barbarians. How the hell are you going to ever defend yourself from the reaches they'll go to? They won't stop. Your guns are useless now.
Yeah.
I think the time for the gun came and went, and now they're sitting back laughing. And they're still making plenty of money selling them. I mean, it's not like they're going to go anywhere, but they're not the defense that we've been brought up to think they are as a group. If you watched what they did to the Indians in North Dakota, fuck, when these people want to do something, then they find a way.
Oh, yeah.
The government.
Oh, yeah. Well, when you actually look back through history, which, okay, none of us were actually there because that's history and it's his story. But, I get that side of the argument. But if you look back through history and you see all the different shitty things that have been done to people in
You
the
need to go back
name
in history to
of
see that?
something. No, but in
And
the name of something. And you look at all of the
yeah.
shitty things that
Yeah.
and other people say, well, I was just doing my job. Well, you know what? Just doing
Yeah.
your job?
Wow.
You have so when you go to work, does that mean you leave your conscience at the door before you walk into the business? I can't do that. I can't. And that's part of the
Well,
reason why I left where I work right now the first time, because one of the owners was doing something that was not only unethical, it was very illegal. And he wanted me to sign the paperwork. And I said, why can't you? And he goes, well, because I'm an owner and I can't get into trouble with this stuff. And I went, oh, so you want to throw my ass in jail? So I said, nah, I ain't doing it. I won't. And I talked to some friends and they said, you know what? We have an opening for an accountant. If you want the job, you've got it. So I quit because I was not going to work somewhere that was doing something not only unethical but illegal. And then when new ownership took over the place and they asked me to come back, then I went back. But I gave them definite stipulations that there were certain things I would not do, period. because when I walk in that door, I carry the same conscience that I have outside that door.
I believe you. Okay, easy.
Yeah, but I
I know
you
you. I've done business with you, so yeah, I know.
it's funny though how people their mindset changes once they start their job. It's like
Uh,
it's like their whole moral compass gets all fucked up because and then they go, "Well, I'm just doing my job." Excuse
hmm,
me.
hmm.
Excuse me.
It's an
I,
excuse to be a
a
prick.
prick. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is.
This makes it okay for me to do horrible shit to you and like it because if I didn't like it, I probably wouldn't do this.
Yeah.
So I've learned to shy away from that kind of. If that's what interests you in life, I'm not interested in you in this life. Go away. Got other things going on.
Yep. See, and if
I
I
think
was
it's a
such a
choice you
horrible
make.
person, then I wouldn't have this
Yeah.
kitty cat loving up on me right now.
That's not. No, no, no. I
Kitty
don't
cats
believe
are
that.
a good judge of character. They know who puts
No,
food
no.
in the dish.
Ki- That's right. So, when when you judge, see, that's like being a voter. When you judge your surroundings by the way things smell, you might be missing something. There's more to it than that, trust me. But like a cat, hey, it smells cool. I'm gonna love this fucking thing. They rub against the stair rails, doorways. I mean, it's not when you think about it. I'm the last choice that the doctor has before he gets to his food. He's all rubbing all over the fucking wall and shit. He's doing his food dance, victory, whatever.
Yeah.
Cats, yeah, come on. And now, if you were saying a dog, I could see it, but cats are kind of they're vicious. They they seem to be able to do things to make you like magicians. They make you look over there while they're doing something else.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's Doozer. That's
Or
my older cat.
or when they do something really stupid, they almost come out of it looking like I meant to fall off that table. That was an acrobatic performance by the cat.
Oh God, Doozer did that one when I still lived in town. I have a sliding
Uh,
glass door that goes between the kitchen area and what is affectionately known as the back porch area, which is where the washer and dryer, yada yada yada, and the sitting back there bullshitting kind of area of the house. And I had the sliding glass door shut because we didn't want
oh
Doozer
yeah,
back there. Because
yeah.
she kept coming up and scratching on things. And it's like, girlfriend, quit tearing up the furniture back here. So I had the sliding glass door shut. And she was
Mm.
tearing through the house like cats do sometimes. They all of a sudden get that, whoa, dude, I've got to be there like yesterday. So she's tearing through the house, plows into that sliding glass door, stops, sits on
Yeah,
her
I meant to do
haunches,
that.
shakes her head, and then
Yeah.
walks over and gets underneath the kitchen table, and I could just hear her going, "Rear, rear," and I could just imagine her going, "Fucking meow. Who in the hell did that? Fucking meow." And then she walks back out from under there like, "I meant to do that. I meant to do that."
When when I was on my rant about the how the North Dakota thing is going, Grimner put up a link about Wells Fargo. I'm not going to open the links or anything, but I just want to mention. And then Rob Works and Cowboy are commenting back and forth. So, it's interesting how something like that always goes right back to money. It's all that anything. If you see about it on the internet in any way, it's money. They're trying to generate some kind of fucking income somehow.
Well, and have you ever really stopped and yeah, Chloe, we used to call that the mudroom too until I put indoor outdoor carpet and we put chairs out there to sit and bullshit. But in any case, have you
Wow.
noticed how
Oh,
how at least with the English language,
hmm.
how much of it the words that you use can also apply to money, like when you're paying attention,
Hmm.
spending time, that kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was talking about my value system earlier. It's not traditional like with money. That's it works the same, but I don't evaluate everything with a price. You know, more or less time. I will go that's 3 days,
Well, yeah.
but I've lost the interest in counting over the years. Don't care. So, I'm one of the few, the old, the decrepit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm. Well, I figure youth and energy really ain't worth the fucking shit when you're dealing with experience and cunning.
That is true.
But, you know, like I've said to my fan club in the past, bring it on. I like to play. I don't, it's just words on a screen at the end of the day, unless you're going to go get personal about it. Then, then it goes back to where Moose was last night. It's not necessary. But there's something in the water, and I think you fuckers are drinking it every day. And you should stop it because it's making you mean.
Yeah.
I started out mean. I didn't have far to go. But I'm telling you, even I noticed that. Wow, people get all bent out of shape over a topic, and a week will go by, and they're still arguing about it a week later. The same fucking thing they were arguing about last Friday. Still on it.
Well, they're stuck.
Well, it doesn't matter either what side you're on that. That's the point of that whole fucking project was. So you'll waste all your time blaming people for doing it, and you won't pay any attention to the freedom you lost through the law system that you just gave your fucking soul to protect you from the monster that they are. It's the ultimate catch-22, you know?
Yep.
I don't enjoy saying that the Jews were behind 9/11. Those are my people too, whatever the fuck that means. America, it's the Bush family and associates and a lot of Jews. And then you get this shit. And it's been going on for 15 fucking years, and people will not accept the truth. And the truth, if you explain it, is very obvious, but the story is designed so that when we say these truths, the guy that's listening is prepared to hear it and has a rebuttal to knock down the truth. And to them, it's very convincing, but to an intelligent person with a reasonable sense of how to write a short story will know better.
Well, there's a whole critical thinking thing, and while you were
That's what I was
chatting, and
getting
I
at.
was kind of sort of listening, kind of sort of.
Yeah.
I'm reading the chat over here in the corner pocket, and they're
Anything good.
discussing about public education and the indoctrination and all that other fun stuff. And I did have a wee bit of a rant last night.
Well, rant for a minute. Let me go get something. I'll be right back.
Well, the rant that I had was on Facebook. And someone had posted something, and oh, I know, it was a couple of female law enforcement officers from up in North Dakota that were complaining about those veterans that were assaulting them with snowballs. And I thought, oh my Lord, seriously, you guys are complaining about this shit? And then there were people chatting on it and making their comments, and I just kind of sort of went off the deep end with it. And basically, oh hey, you're back now. But basically, I was telling them how I had watched this video of two female law enforcement officers whining about how someone was throwing snowballs at them in North Dakota. And in any case,
Wow.
my comment on that, I went kind of sort of off the deep end, and the individual that posted it, he wound up sharing my comment multiple places, and it's like, holy shit, hon, it really wasn't that well written. But I just kind of I went off on the whole, and the reason I'm going here is because they were talking about how you're taught in the second grade that the government grants you rights. The government doesn't grant you dick.
No, protects.
Yeah. And what people don't understand, and that's why they don't teach civics like they used to when I was in school,
Yeah.
is because people, if they actually learned like what I did, at
Mhm.
least the school that I went to, then they would understand that what the government's doing right now is telling you a bunch of pretty little lies to get you to surrender your rights, because the government does not grant rights to you. And the Bill of Rights wasn't written as a stipulation of this is the rights that the government's giving you. The Bill of Rights was written, just my interpretation of it,
Mhm.
as laying out what are natural rights
Mhm.
that are that everyone has, period. And yeah, they may have been talking about here on this piece of dirt, but I look at it as those rights apply to everybody on this freaking planet. You know, you have a right to life. You have a right to liberty. You have a right to be happy. You it used to say you have a right to own property, but somehow or another that
They fixed
disappeared.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, they
But
changed it. They rewrote it.
yeah, they rewrote it. But you know, there's people don't understand that those aren't rights that they were saying the government is granting you. Those are things that they were saying, here, government, fictitious entity that we are going to use as a tool. This is where you shall not pass. People have a right to life. People have a right to free speech. People have a right to defend themselves, and if that means picking up arms, whether it's a gun or a shovel or a hammer or what have you, people have a right to
Mm.
defend themselves. So,
Mm.
you know, these are natural rights,
Do
period.
you know
And
what?
there's
Do you
so
know
many
what?
people that don't understand that those are just natural rights. Those aren't things that the government went, oh, well, you know, seeing as how you live on this piece of dirt, we're going to let you have these until we decide to take them back. No, it don't work that way.
Yes, dear.
Well, but there's so many people that that's their mindset. And then they also think I have the right to free speech, but that doesn't mean that you have the right to free speech. Wait a minute.
Oh, yeah, I see that all the time. But that's a personal thing too. How far can you be pushed personally before you use your free speech to be a big a dick as the idiot that was calling you names in the first place? Yeah, it's just a balance. It's a dance. Do the dance of the word. Take it to heart. Be glad you're not out there shooting at cops. That's all. Could be worse. Go take your anger out on somebody that really deserves to be treated badly. No, go to the internet and yell at a stranger. It's safer.
Well,
We save lives at the Dork Table by being targets through words. Because words don't hurt us. We're adults, for fuck's sake. We know when you're acting stupid. Crying out loud. You're the one that doesn't know when you're acting stupid if you are, because you're the one doing it. Just like if it was me. Come on. It's a subjective, personal thing. And when you bring it into society, you have friction. Two things trying to occupy the same place at the same time ain't going to
yes.
happen. Never going to work. And we all know that. So instead of going out with a knife and slashing a stranger, you come into the room and you say something nasty to Hans or me or somebody. So Rob works. Somebody that could take it. It's a fucking couple of words on an internet screen. No. You know what they do? They've been picking on the ladies. That's right.
Yeah, well,
But, and I got to say, some of the ladies started too. So, it depends on what you read, what side of this fucking ignorant shit you want to join into. And I think freedom of speech side is the side I'm on. If you don't like what you read, don't talk to that fucker anymore. Boom, end of story.
well,
If you're
yeah.
typing if you're typing back something for the other guy to read, well, then you're just doing it. So stop it. And if they won't stop after a certain point, just don't react to it. But that's not it's no time for rational thinking when it's the person it happens to, because it's like I don't know, it's like a train wreck.
Well, life is a train wreck.
Yeah, well, certain things need to happen for other things to happen. Cause and effect, I suppose they call it. And I think we've got all this pent up frustration about all the stuff that we do know, that's government and banking and food and water. This stuff is some very medicine. They're trying to convince people they cure them from cancer by giving them more cancer. And they do. They sell this shit to the public through force and intimidation. And I'm against that system. I don't want to participate in it. It's fucking nonsense. And that's not to say America. I think the same fucking thing of the system that I live in as I do as the one I came from. It's run by liars and thieves that wear fancy fucking shoes. I don't trust them.
Yeah.
You know, take the fucking money out of politics. You make it so the politicians got to pay to hold the seat and not work at the entire time that they're fucking serving the fucking government, that they're doing an 8-hour fucking serving the government thing. No, these fuckers do nothing. They vote for Monsanto and fly around at your expense. And they call that government. And are you fucking kidding me? That fucking President fucking Jiggy Fly spent more time on the fucking golf course than all the Bushes put together. Because at least they could account for what he was doing when he had a golf club in his hand.
Yeah, he was
He wasn't
putting.
hurt. He wasn't hurt. It's the only time he wasn't capable of hurting somebody else.
Yeah. Unless
Keep
he
him
hit
away
him with a golf ball.
Well, yeah, but I mean, his kill list is pretty impressive. He's as bad as Hillary,
Oh,
this
yeah.
fucking Obama guy. Killed American citizens in foreign lands because they were hanging around with a bad crowd.
Yeah. See,
Are you
wow.
fucking kidding me that this?
And I used to tell my youngest daughter, because she'd always go, "Why do you always think I'm into trouble?" Well,
Mm-mm.
because of who you were out with. And I know what they're up to. Oh. So yeah,
Uh,
sometimes you get blamed for I'm reading this
oh
little
yeah,
chat,
Moose.
the
Yeah.
chat with
No,
Moosey. And yeah, I understand, sweetheart. For a
I know
lot of
she's
years
not.
I ignored
Yep.
shit, but that's why I
Mhm.
give props to people that, step up and call out the bullshit and go, "Hey,
Right.
you know what? I'm
But I
sick of your crap."
I understand. I'm not ignorant. I'm just for the First Amendment, freedom of speech. From even the idiot has the right to be an idiot. I'm sorry.
Well, that's true.
Just I have the ability, for whatever reason, to just come back with something that I think's funny instead of encouraging the fight. Like I had a fellow named Blank, and he kept popping up on all my stuff over at another site. So one day I says to Blank, I said, I don't even know you. Why do you come over here and say stuff to me? Who are you? Okay. That backs him off for a while. And then he catches up to me a couple of months later. And I said, if you don't stop this, people are going to think you're falling in love with me.
Yeah.
And now it's a slow drip. I get a comment through a comment, nothing personal anymore. So if you just outweigh them, sooner or later, they're going to realize they got nothing to say except what Kaz told them. And that wears thin after a while anyway. Because Kaz had me as a master hacker, Mary.
I
I
know.
was I was going in I was going into Circle's computer and getting her master secrets about world truth. And are you fucking kidding me? I have a hard enough time just playing video games on this shit. But it was like, well, but people out there that don't know me think that I'm some kind of master hacker and I've got all these exceptional skills on the internet. Grim would be busting a gut because he's worked with me, and it's like, no. even I look in the mirror and I look at the computer and say, wow, life really is fair after all. Well, I've got it made in a lot of areas in life that don't make any sense. And then here's this one little thing, this computer thing. And I can read and write just like anybody else. But I can't seem to be interested enough in it to remember what to do to make shit happen.
Yeah.
So being
Okay.
accused of it to make other people look bad was just fuck. Me and Sark were busting a gut for a long time over that one.
Yep. Well, see, okay,
Mm.
I gotta respond to Sock Puppet here.
What?
He said you don't
Mm.
need don't need an amendment in order to have that right. Being for the First Amendment is more of a pro-government position, and I understand that. I
Oh,
truly do
government.
understand that. And
Mm.
but my
Mm.
my thinking process on this, and once again, this
Yeah.
is just my thinking
Yeah.
process,
Yeah. Yeah. How you say it? Yeah.
is that um, there are so many
Mm.
people that are so enamored, so convinced
Yeah.
that you have to look at those amendments, you have to look at that Bill of Rights to see what rights you have, that
Yeah.
in order to get through to them, to get across to them, and get them to start moving in a different direction, you have to start with familiar territory for them.
Mm.
And so, I personally think if it falls out of my mouth, I had a right to say it. If it doesn't fall out of my mouth, then I had every right to keep myself from saying it. Period. End of discussion. I don't need any kind of other entity, whether it be fictitious or not, to tell me otherwise. Because if it falls out, then I have the right to say it. I also have the right to deal with the
Yeah.
repercussions or the rewards of what fell out of my mouth.
Hey.
But there are so many people that don't grasp the whole it's my business what I say,
Mhm.
what I do, and it's my business how I interact with others. So there's so many people that just flat out they think that you have to have these rules written down. So you need to actually, in order to converse with them, you have to reference these rules that they hold up there on this great big plaque. And you
Yeah.
have to say, okay, you see those rules there? See how
Uh.
pretty they look, the fancy writing that they use so that they would really stand out. Now
Yeah.
you take those rules and you internalize them, and you don't need that frickin' fancy writing, and you don't need someone to tell you, oh, by the way, that's a right. You know,
Well, right. See, I no. My stand on the whole fucking right issue is from the beginning, who the hell are you to tell me what my rights are in the first fucking place? Why, they attack me. I didn't do anything. I was just standing there and all of a sudden I got rights. Why don't you just leave me alone and go give your fucking rights to somebody that needs them?
yeah, because if you have rights, you're going to have wrongs. That's just the
No,
duality of
if
the
you
world.
have
No, I
you
I
have
know what you're saying.
responsibility. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you do because we've gone in depth on this, but you have responsibility as in a verbal contract. If you accept, sure. Well, I don't accept. Then fuck you. Take your fucking Constitution and your Bill of Rights and burn them. I don't need them. Or Denmark's or England. And fuck, it's an illusion to me. There's nothing real about any of this crap. It's just how you deal with it between the time you're born and the time you go.
See, and sometimes I think that once it gets put down on paper, that creates the limitation. Because
Yeah, and you know what? Moose was saying, she's like me. She calls people fucker. It's just a word. It doesn't. It's not a good word. It's not a bad word. It's not an insult. It's just a name. It's like Steve
it's
fucker. Well,
punctuation. It's like a
well,
comma
yeah.
or an exclamation point. It's a
In
punctuation in speech.
Yeah. In fact, I call my wife that because it's so unusual, and she just laughs. Ah, you're funny. So, nah, it's the intention that you have, and for people to use profanity, adults for the first part, to use profanity as a background to make a point is kind of childish. No, it distracts from whatever the point of the fight was. I don't think it had anything to do with her calling her fucker or saying fuck or fuckity fuck for all it's worth. But we're also freaking sensitive lately, man. Everything's rubbing everybody fucking raw. The noodles are tingling, you know what I mean?
Oh, God. The tingler. Ew. I thought we were done with that.
Well, apparently not. We well, okay, like listening to that kid over on Vince's mind-boggling show yesterday. Uh, hmm, what do you say? We know the group of us that agree with each other. We know, and we also know that there's nothing to really agree with. It's more like just an explanation of why we do to those who don't get it. But the people that don't get it are so stuck on being lied to by the people that are lying to them that there's no helping them. They're
But s-
beyond it.
but see, to them it is the truth. And that's what you
Right,
need to
right, right.
understand.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
their truth.
I do.
And with some of those people, um, when they say it, they actually believe it. Even the ones that are handing down the edicts from on high, they actually believe what they're saying. And that is
Mm.
that's on them. I don't have to
Yeah.
believe it. That's
Well,
on me.
I think there's something in the air that is trying, or that works its way into our daily interactions and makes them negative when they are negative, and there've been a lot of them lately.
Well, it's
People are very sensitive. I think.
yeah, they are. And sometimes all it takes is just saying, I don't understand what you just said. Would you please,
Mm.
explain to me or something? And
Well,
I'm real good about that with conversations. If I don't understand what someone just said, and there are times when someone calls me all kinds of names, and if they want to call me names, hey, that is fine. And for the most
mm.
part, every once in a while, just depends on my mood. Every once in a while, it'll
Yeah.
be like a burr under a saddle blanket kind of thing,
Mm.
or that pebble in
Ouch.
your shoe, and it'll get on that nerve that makes me want to go "Ay, ay, ay, ay," at them.
Okay, and then there's
But
there's
then,
two ways
but
two
then
ways
for
to
the
deal with
most
that.
part, yeah, for the most
Do
part, I
you?
just go, oh, okay, so I'm a cunt. Okay, can't
No, no,
understand
no.
normal thinking. So if I can't understand normal thinking and what you're doing is what you
Wow.
classify as normal thinking, then you are right. I can't understand your normal thinking. So go
But
ahead and
do
call
you
me a
take
cunt.
the
I don't
pebble?
care.
Do you take the pebble out of the shoe, or do you walk on it for a while before you take it out?
Oh no, I'd leave it in there all fucking day. What do you think, you
And
silly man? You
that's
know
why I
me.
asked.
I know.
Well, yeah, but I want you to say it out loud.
I address the pebble right away. Once I notice it, I address it, and
I
then
was
for the
gonna
most part,
forget
I
that
move on.
question. But see, you were in your rant and shit. You're like in third gear, and I wanted to go. But what?
I know you
You,
were clutching, and my
I,
clutch went out a long time
ah,
ago.
cool. So why are you so sensitive today?
Why am I
What
so?
is going? Yeah, what's going on with Mary Dork? I mean, are you feeling the euphoria of the holiday cheer?
Yeah. My daughter asked
uh,
me yesterday what my favorite Christmas decoration was, and it's like, really? I haven't decorated for Christmas in 3 years.
should have told her 44.
No, I told her I really
Never
don't have a
mind.
favorite Christmas decoration.
I don't know. I'm just not a big fan. I think
Well,
it's a capitalist con game that they use, and they play off of religion to do it with. It's really well thought out and very, it's very profitable, but
oh yeah, and it took
fuck.
them years to get us to this point, and that's
I,
and it's going to
mm,
take us some time to get away
yeah.
from it too, because it's very commercialized, and that's what
So
I don't like.
as a dork, I looked at other dorks and I realized in our dorky behavior,
Hmm.
we don't seem to be like against Christmas. I mean, the folk that I've talked to in my life that agree with my perspective of this, it's just you got to be really young to care that much about stuff, is what my peers would say regarding Christmas. It's for children, it's not. I need a new car. I need a minx coat. I need a ring. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, whatever. Yeah, people in Africa want water. Well, why don't you worry about that for a few minutes there, Edith?
See,
But they don't.
and I've for a long time have been
Mm,
in this mode of I would much rather um,
mm,
be, a Christmas kind of person year round, and just give whatever I can give when I can give it. And sometimes what I give is not necessarily a gift that others wish to have because it's my opinion and it goes against theirs.
Yeah, I
But
know.
I don't
You
like.
rebel, you.
I know. Well, see, and I have the same problem with Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Why are these happy family times kept to just one day? Why are you only supposed to do this on just one day? Why are you only supposed to be a giving individual and sharing and caring individual on certain days of the
Ooh,
year?
yeah.
And
Why? Why
Valentine's
do?
Day. Oh, bite
Why
me,
do gun?
Valentine's
Why
Day.
do gun and ammo sales go on right before Thanksgiving and right after Valentine's?
I don't know. I Right before
You get
Thanksgiving, it's
buy a
hunting
yeah.
season because the hunting season started out here, and yeah, here come the
Oh,
hunters.
come on.
Yeehaw!
You don't go hunting with a handgun. Come on. What are you,
No, with
James
rifles.
Bond or something? I can
I don't.
put a bullet in a raccoon from 50 yards drunk while
No.
I'm getting blown by the Queen of England. Yeah,
Ew.
sure.
Ew.
Hey, I was having a James Bond
Oh,
moment.
there you go.
The
Boy.
man with the golden gun and stuff. Well, hey,
Um, and
everybody, hey.
you know what, Circles? I love, it's this time of year. There is something about Christmas music that is a comforting kind of thing. But
Yeah.
I'm to the point where I just don't give a shit about the whole Christmas. It's Christmas! Because you know
I
what? There
know.
are times when I whip out my Trans Siberian Orchestra and start playing it in July. Just
Mm.
because it's so fucking hot that I want to hear some Christmas music to maybe fool myself into not feeling quite so hot.
I know, because in the winter it's too hot, in the summer it's too cold, and every year we all go through the same stuff over and over and over and over.
Oh, okay.
Some call it repetition. I call it life. Life's for 98% boredom, 2% excitement.
Oh, thank you, Sock Puppet. I'm reading what he said over in the corner pocket, and yes, that is
Uh,
true. And he did say, let's not forget that
oh,
natural rights of humans existed
okay.
long before government or paper. And that is true. They did,
Yeah.
because nature was here long before humans were. And there's certain laws of nature that just
Uh,
kind of
uh,
humans can't fuck with them. But when humans start thinking, oh, hey, there's natural laws, maybe I
mm.
can write a few. All right, well,
Hey,
you know what? Dr. Seuss did a wonderful job of writing stuff too, and I much prefer what I've read in
oh,
Dr. Seuss as compared to a lot of the shit that people that are supposedly our betters put down on paper. So,
well, I just insulted Rob Works so badly. He says, I'm going to put you on ignore and rag you for a month. I feel so special. Wow. Thank you. Because, see, I'm aiming to be as the Alex Jones of RLM.
oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I'm going to start selling. Yeah, I'm going to tell you they're vitamins, but don't trust me.
No, you need to gain about 100 pounds first.
And, oh, yeah, I'm taking crying lessons. I got my bag of onions, and
Oh,
yeah,
okay. There
yeah.
you go.
Yep,
Wow.
sure. My bag of onions so that I can cry. Yeah. And people will send me money for my vitamins, but I don't think they're going to be vitamins, people. But you believe what you like. It's up to you.
You know what's funny is a lot of the vitamins that um, he
Mm,
sells are
mm.
vitamins that I've been doing for quite some time already. And it's like,
Yeah.
no, I'm not going to go and sell them or buy them from you so that you can make money. Because wait a minute here. I have my
Mm,
own connection, and
mm.
my own connection gets them from me at a discounted rate. So, like, kiss my ass.
Discounted rate. Why pay retail? What? Retail is for the suckers out there in the wild. Ah.
Yeah.
Jones.
Flash
Okay.
Dork
I
Jones.
don't
Oh.
know. I don't know. Uses. She's communicating with me on a level even I cannot get to.
Well, you're not Alex Jones. You're Flash Dork
Oh,
Jones.
I'm communicating on a level that I can't get to.
It's not quite like Indiana Jones, but
Denmark Jones. Alex's foreign relative, Denmark Jones.
oh God, that's
How are
funny.
you people doing out there today? Yeah, well, shut the fuck up. I got to tell you all about this. You're not going to believe what I'm going to tell you. But first, get your checkbook and your credit card, because I need a little help. I got some pills over here. I think they're vitamins. I don't know. I can't promise anything, but send me some money and we'll talk. The end of the world's coming, right? What time is it again? Well, we'll get back to that.
Oh, half off dorky water filters. There you go. See?
Dorky. You know what? Hey, speaking of dorky water filters, you know what?
What?
I think that there's something in the water. I'm almost positive of this. You know what? You know what gave it away?
What's that?
Hans.
Oh.
I've been reading Hans's chat for quite a while. I refuse to open his links. I'm scared of viral infections. But I always give a sucker an even break, and I read along this, and he calls me names, Mary. He says I have mindless ramblings. Can you imagine me having a mindless rambling? It's called the fucking Dork Table for a reason. And that mindless rambling thing, that was the foundation. That was the cornerstone of the idea. So, yeah, insult me with the truth. Ooh, I'm so sad.
Yeah. Oh, I have mindless ramblings from time to time, but that's usually because my mind goes on vacation somewhere else, and it's like, you son of a bitch, you're having drinks with those little umbrellas in it. Get your ass back here, damn it. Okay.
There's still a darker side to this tale that I was unfolding before your very eyes.
Oh, do you know what the darker side of there's something in the water? Do you know what fish do in water?
Yep. And not because I ever did it in any water or anything. No. But I have common sense,
Ah.
You don't. Okay, here, let me give you an example of common sense, right?
Okay.
Common sense dictates that you do not stand on a street, close your eyes, and walk across the road because nobody's going to hit me. I'm special. Okay? Right.
You know what? I have actually seen stuff on TV. I know you're going to be so totally shocked, but seriously, on TV, there are people that step out in front of buses and get creamed. It's like crazy.
Yeah. Wow. I know, and the buses are so big and colorful.
I know.
When I lived in Knoxville 15 odd years ago and such, Tennessee, there was a big accident case that got the buses painted bright orange and lime green because somebody had rear-ended a bus, and their defense in court was, I did not see that great big bus in front of me. It was invisible. It blended into everything. And so they made them bright fucking orange so that, wow, if you hit that fucking thing, you were aiming for it. Probably have a shotgun by your side and some dynamite strapped onto your chest for the explosion.
You obviously weren't paying attention.
I don't know. People think so small. They just think small. I don't get it. Hey, did you know gold was going down?
Who's gold? And who's she
Gold?
going down on?
No. See, you're trying to be sexist. Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Anyway, yeah, that's the male side of sexism. Oh, yeah, hurt me, baby, hurt me. Talk dirty. I don't mind. I kind of like it. And it's not even a Jew thing. It's just a thing. Everybody does it. And if the people that don't do it, they want to do it. And they just go on the internet and yell at other people instead. I guarantee if you talk dirty to somebody, it'll make you feel good.
Okay, speaking of talking dirty, Sock
Uh,
Puppet has this over here
uh,
in the
uh,
corner pocket. Said he sent one of them blow up fuck dolls to a friend for Christmas, care of his mom. And that
wow.
reminded me of something that we did to my dentist.
Oh.
we
And
did,
yeah, the Pony Express was fun in its day.
yes. Well, we had called in and told him that we had this person that was having an issue with TMJ, which is lockjaw, basically. The I can't mandibular whatever. In any
Mm.
case, it's been years. In any case, we had told him that this gal was having this problem with TMJ and wasn't able to close her mouth. And he said, "Well, I really don't have any openings today, but let's see. I'll just come back from lunch early and we'll get her in and see if we can't, get something taken care of." And what
Oh
we
yes,
did was
okay.
we'd taken one of those inflatable sex dolls and we put a wig on it and dressed her all up and everything and put her in his dentist chair. And at that time, the way the operatory was set up was he would just see the back of the chair and the head and maybe the hands, but just that little bit when he walked in. So here he comes. He's thinking that, he's got to deal with this gal with TMJ. And he walks around that chair, and all of us were standing outside just kind of peeking. And there's like
Blow up
10 of
doll.
us that were in on this. And he dropped the little clipboard that he had with the patient's information. He dropped it on the floor and just stood there and looked at the chair for a minute. And then he looked up and saw all of these little heads peeking around the doorway to see what his reaction was. And then he went, "You son of a bitches." It's like, we thought it was
We
funnier than hell because she couldn't close her mouth.
He could have
Literally.
yelled out Mary instead.
No, no, he called us all son of a bitches, and which it was funnier than hell. And he finally did giggle
Ouch.
about it, but yeah, he was not happy with us because he came back from lunch early just so he could deal with an inflatable sex doll that couldn't close her mouth. So,
Oh, the holidays bring out the best in everybody, don't they?
yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So,
Okay, yes.
how are you really prepared for what's coming in January?
What's coming into besides Trumpelstiltskin is going to stand up there in the cold and he's going to go, "I do solemnly swear." People don't realize do they not know that anybody that gets up there and does that knows how to cross their toes so that there nullifies whatever they "I do solemnly swear" shit.
I don't
I know
know.
that's supposed to be going on in January, but according to one Shitlery video, she said
Yeah.
the elections are in January. So go figure. I don't know.
Well, see, I have another view, if you will, of what is coming to the future days.
Oh,
Yeah. I got a whole nother idea. I don't
but wait, there's
I'm
more.
not yeah, because I'm not personally convinced Trump is your boy, if you know what I mean. I don't think Obama's done.
Oh, and I thought maybe you were going with Jill Stein was actually going to wind up winning the election after the recount.
No, he's going to be skiing in Switzerland for a while. Don't worry about it.
Oh, okay.
You won't even notice, Jill Stein. Give me a fucking break. All these people to me, I mean, it doesn't matter which person it is. I mean, oh, Castro just died again. Okay, well, here we go. Hey, they must be planning to shut Gitmo down again. Hey, we need a distraction. Hey, the old Castro's dead usually gets them.
No, they're not going to shut down Gitmo. That is going to be a new resort for all of those Hollywood people. Because they just
For,
put in tennis courts and a
yeah,
soccer field. So,
400 grand on a soccer field. What are they making it out of? Like the virgin tears of yaks from Yugoslavia?
I think so.
What the fuck?
Oh man, you figured out their secret recipe. You're gonna die now. It was nice knowing you, Flash.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the CIA's probably, when they figure out where the front door is, they'll probably kick it in and shoot me. I hope I'm live when that happens. Otherwise, nobody will ever know it happened. It'd just be like, never happened.
Oh,
They
Grimmy.
just erase me.
Grimmy said in January you have to write different numbers on your checks, and you know what, Grim? I still write checks. There are some things I just refuse to do online. I'm just kind of a poo-poo head like that.
Wow. Oddly enough, I was thinking of how archaic checks are. And why would anybody in their right mind want to bother with a personal check in this time?
But they're a promissory note, just like the
Just
other
like
paper.
everything. Right, right, right. Well, there you go. So I'm the laziest guy that you probably ever met because, if you're going to not play a game, well, not play the game really well. Otherwise, you end up playing the game.
Is that kind of sort of like being um, not quite pregnant? Is that
Hmm.
along? Okay.
Yeah, almost exactly the same.
Oh.
Yeah, they're so fucking similar that you could call them the same thing. Yeah.
Oh. Well,
Hmm.
see, I kind of sort of like writing checks because then I can make up my own money with that
Right.
check. See, and
Well,
look,
but
it's got my signature on it, so that's an
I,
important one
I
there.
was a teenager and had a check account. Uh, I remember doing it when I was like 17. And now looking back on it, it was because carrying big amounts of cash around attracted a lot of adult attention at that time. And the checkbook, they changed their whole attitude.
Wait a minute. Okay,
Hmm.
just promise on a promise. There you go. Okay, Grimmy wanted to know you probably still use fax machine and beeper. I don't use beepers. I never had a beeper,
No,
but I
me
do
neither.
still use a fax machine at work.
No, I don't. I don't communicate with anybody in a physical. It's all verbal. I don't even. I've got a.
Oh,
What is
fax
that
you.
thing? I've got an email account, right?
Mm-hmm.
You have to have an email account to do all this crap on the internet. Well, I have an old years and years account that I have, and it's probably got like 30,000 emails on it or something. It's so full of shit. I don't even, because I don't care. It's like, wow. So, congratulations. Do you want some boner pills? No.
Oh God.
You
Oh
gotta,
man.
so I got tired of emails.
Yeah, I every time I check my spam, it's like, holy crap! I keep getting Cialis things, or I get emails
Yeah.
from these women wanting to hook up with me, and it's like, oh my lord,
Yeah.
how the hell did that? Wow.
It was the flannel. I told you. You'd never listen. Always got to wait till the smoke clears to say, hey, you might be right.
Oh,
No,
Flash,
I'm
damn.
kidding. I don't
You
know.
know what? I'm gonna keep wearing flannel just to be a rebel. I will be a heterosexual female in flannel just to break the mold.
I don't really, I don't have a horse in that race. I just like the jokes. They're funny. Because I'm not a racist, Mary. I am an e-racist.
I noticed
And I'm
that.
hoping to attract other e-racists to the e-racist realm where we can sit in superiority over all the other races
Ah, yeah.
as the superior e-racist. Then you're on the top. That's as far as you can go.
Well, you're only on the top until you erase all of the other races, and then you wind up being on the bottom because you've erased
That's
all
right.
those that you were standing on.
Yeah, but see, down at the bottom, I'll be the guy with a little stand selling rope and jump banners. you know, hey, don't let a good whatever go to waste. crisis. What was that political thing they were saying? Don't ever let a good crisis go to waste.
That's true. Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Right. So we live in a collective society, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where people are racing to death
They're
to be number one, to be first, to have the coveted stuff.
ah.
Are we still there?
Yeah,
Or
I'm still
did
here. I'm just also saying
no?
people are.
Are we
Yeah.
still in that life, or did we evolve beyond it? Are we in Star Trek now, where monetary has no meaning? We just all get along, except with the Romulans, because
and the
they're evil.
and the Klingons.
and,
I
and
think
those
that's a
fucking
subliminal name. I
and the
think
fucking
Romulans is a.
Ferengi.
I think
Wow.
Romulan is a subliminal name too, because they're gonna rom it up the old Klingon.
Yeah. Hey, I challenge you to live up to the Ferengi code of ethics. What was that thing called? The no, not the code of conduct. The things of articles of acquisition, rules of acquisition, and there's like a lot of them. And yeah, people have got time on their hands, so they've gone through Star Trek and spliced together all the rules of acquisition that you could find from the Ferengi, and
ah,
it's like listening to a politician try to get a seat in office.
ah,
Yeah,
hmm.
yeah. Voting. What the fuck is wrong with people? I mean, why am I the only one that ever goes, that guy's a dumbass. I ain't voting for him. Hey, shut him up. He's rude.
You're not the only one. Obviously, 50% of the nation, or damn near. I'm reading the chat over here, and they're talking about
Well,
rotary
wait a
dial
minute.
phones.
If less than 50% pick your leader, you're not in a democracy anymore, lady. Let me interest you. And we have this other thing. It's called a democracy, but it's not one.
It's democracy light, or maybe
No, it's not.
democracy heavy. I don't
Oh,
know.
I don't know about light, heavy, but it's not what they're telling you it is.
Well, yeah. Okay, I gotta do this because
Then
they're
what
they're
is it?
talking about party lines over here and all this other fun shit. And
Party
you know,
lines.
I
Oh, yeah.
actually I remember, of course, out here
Yeah.
in the boonies,
Yep.
um, and my grandparents
Rural
had a
America.
farm out here in the boonies, which was even more boony than where I live. And they
No, I
had a
think that's
party
all they
line.
had.
And I remember answering the phone one time when I was spending the summer with my grandparents. I was little. I think it
Hmm.
was when my little brother Joey was being born, and he's like
Wow.
7 years younger than me. So,
Mm. Hey,
uh,
did you ever see the TV program Deadwood on HBO?
no.
Okay, well, it's historically accurate, supposedly blah blah blah, very well done. And the point was, you brought it to mind because at the last part of the show, they were putting up the electric telegraph posts or the electric lights,
Uh
or
huh.
not
Yeah.
lights, telephone
Light
poles,
poles until. Yep.
because well, it was stolen Indian land. It's the very land they're fighting about right now. All right, same bit of North Dakota. It's real historic. A lot of shit's gone on up there with us Americans burning the Indians for what they had.
Well, it's called the spoils of war. But in any case, these party lines, yeah, they're talking about party women and stuff, and that's called prostitution, honey, and that's the
No, it's
oldest
not.
profession.
Wait a minute. If I
Hey,
if I
baby,
say,
you
hey,
want to have a
sir,
good time? You got a party in your pants? Come on, I'll deal with it.
no, hey, if I say, hey, no, she's not in a different story. Wow, 5 yard penalty, lost it down. I will speak in a language that you Americans can understand. I misinterpreted the rules. It is not what you think, my friend. My hand glued to her ass. I have no idea how. Just look, take it off.
Uh, yeah, okay,
Uh,
Rob Works is saying that he saw Deadwood and talking about the telegraph.
yeah.
Um,
But there's our history as a country, America, was not really represented in any meaningful way that I recall. It wasn't. They didn't make it interesting and tell us, well, the settlers were this and they stole land from the Indians and that. It would have been exciting to sit down and hear all this shit instead of George Washington cut down a apple tree and he didn't
It was a
spit out the seeds.
it was a cherry tree. Get your
And he didn't swallow the seeds. He spit them out.
yeah.
Yeah, what? Okay. So, but you know what I'm getting at. So Deadwood comes to television when I'm a grown man, and so I did a little reading on the internet and see if the facts all fit the story they were telling. Because a lot of times TV will take a name and put them in a place and time they never could have been at.
Yeah.
But this particular story was very well told. And it was about a saloon keeper in Deadwood, North Dakota, before it was annexed and made Deadwood. It was still
South Dakota.
rented. Yeah, well, whichever. I don't know which Dakota it is. Then
It's
now I'm all
Deadwood's in
fucking
South
confused.
Dakota. I've been there.
Okay, well, I haven't, but I seen enough of this like portrayal of the history, and from what other sources I found, I thought, wow, people talk. They make us sound pleasant. You f bomb. They effed every other word. It was a matter of speech
Yeah.
at certain social levels, financial levels, and they
Yeah.
didn't have a lot of work either. Boy, he's either a miner or a minor pleaser.
And that leads right into Sock Puppet said something about Grams has no interest in Deadwood. Are we talking the location or are we talking something else? Because if we're talking something else, you're right.
I don't know.
I have no interest in Deadwood.
Hmm. Another filthy joke blooms on the dork table. What color will the flower be this time, Miss Mary? Let us look. Ouch. Wow, you can just make any damn situation more weird.
Yes, I can.
I've got music playing in the background over here.
I
So
hear that.
anyway, so where were we? I got lost on that one. Yeah, see, I sit here, random thoughts passing through my skull, and like a 22 bullet, they can't get out. Once they crack the flesh, they're in there. They can go around in a circle a bit, but they're going to run out of momentum. And in the meantime, I've got that idea in my head. It's like, wow, stop! Demon attack.
Oh no!
Yeah, I better load up the pipe. I'm having a meltdown.
Oh
Hmm.
yeah. Okay, Grimmy says so long as it isn't in your shorts.
Yeah, well, yeah, and Rob says Deadwood had some raunchy scenes, and yeah, they went over the top probably to get ratings.
Well, yeah.
But like with Wild Bill Hickok, historically got shot in the back of the head by a guy he beat at cards, and that's the story they told in the movie that I saw in the HBO thing, or Showtime, or whatever the fuck it was. It was well done, and I'm so used to movies being just a lot of nonsense, just to tell you nothing. So it was refreshing to see something that was actually you could get other people to agree with what you saw in the film.
Hmm. And see, I
Because
don't think I've ever seen it.
the time in history, it was crazy time in history that the land didn't belong to anybody except who was daring enough to claim it as theirs. They were stealing the gold and shit.
Well, see, and a lot of people don't realize it. Out here, I mean, there's, not so much now, but
Hmm.
where I live, this is part of the Badlands.
Oh,
And a lot of,
historically, yeah.
yeah, and a lot of that shit went on out here as well. And it's amazing people that come through from like New York State and all that other fun stuff that some of them actually do still ask. So, do you have any problems with the Indians? And it's like, oh my God, I am going to have some fun with these people. And I do, because
Really?
I'm evil like that.
Why?
Because it's like, really, seriously, people, you do not. Wow. So I do string a line of shit, and then I'll go, no, seriously. Okay, we are in the 21st century now. Do you really think we've got Indians riding on the rampage out here? No, now we've got
Still,
rednecks. We've got
no. Now you
rednecks
got
running around in
lawyers.
no, we got rednecks running around in big old honking four wheelers that are tearing shit up. We don't have Indian. Yeah.
Oh shit.
See, we
Well,
went
what?
from the Redskins, them Injuns, them Redskins. Now they're watered down to rednecks.
Man, speaking of
Wow.
which, where do they stand on that pipeline? I'm calling this. The pipeline's going to get pipelined. And all this other shit in the middle is just to make some lawyers some boat payments. And if you fall for it, well, you didn't have to.
Well,
Okay, there's a
I
more
think they're probably
complicated.
gonna no, I think they're probably gonna go ahead and finish it just simply because they've got so many parts of it that are already completed. This is one of the last
Too
little
big to
segments.
fail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that whole too big to fail, but we've already done. Well, you know what? You've already
Yeah.
done a lot of shit. But
Yeah.
rascal, young lady, my
Mm.
my cat is trying to pull my headphones off of me by doing the little spinny. I gotta find the perfect spot to sit on your lap spin. Goofy cat. Do you know we're almost out of time?
Mm-hmm. I have the ability to read a clock.
Wow, you are such
Yeah.
an overachiever.
I know. You know what? Did you know that I'm so cheap that when people ask me what time it is, I sneer at them?
Really?
Yeah, I don't even like to give them that. You go,
Oh,
hey, time
it's
is. Hey, get a job and fucking buy a watch. You have a cheap motherfucker.
sneer time, huh? That's what time it is. It's sneer
I'm
time.
just joking. Me, I don't value anything. Shit stuff.
Well, I
What are
know
you
I
gonna
don't need
do
any
with?
more
Huh?
stuff. I've got
Oh,
stuff,
I know. Wow.
and I got to get
I
rid of stuff.
think. Oh, you've been saying that for a long time,
I
though.
have been though. I'm proud of
Have you?
myself.
Oh,
At least
take
once a
about.
month I take a
Mm,
couple of boxes worth of stuff that I have
oh,
either laundered or what
accumulate.
have you, and I take it into the second time around shop, and that place
Ah,
they sell
yeah,
it, and then that money goes
yeah,
to God's food pantry that helps out people that um,
yeah.
don't have. I actually need to go through my veggies, and
Hey,
I have a lot of canned veggies that, and I just haven't used them, so I just
do you
need to
know a
get them
lot
all
about?
boxed up and take them into the food pantry and let somebody else use them.
eh, Do you know a lot about charities?
Yeah, I know a lot about a lot of charities that say that they're going to do something wonderful, and
No, no, no,
um,
no. Wait,
only
I
three
saw. I
percent
want.
of it goes to the actual charity.
Yeah, but I saw a particular link. I wanted to make clear that I saw, so you could tell me what you thought of
Okay,
what I said.
okay,
It was on Goodwill. Okay. And Goodwill is a private enterprise,
yes, it is.
as it turns out,
Mhm,
that doesn't enable anybody. The guy's just using your shit to pay the help with.
mhm.
It's you're not help well, you're making some jobs, I guess, but that's about all. And
Do
the
you
rest of it,
do you know what they
he's
pay
probably
a lot of their disabled people that work for them? You
not
know,
enough.
uh, um, quite a few of them make less than $1 an hour.
Whatever. I'm just saying, whatever. I see. That's why I'm so dead against this fucking slave thing. There's other ways to work this where it would be better for everybody, but they call it other names instead of what it truly is.
Yeah, yeah.
Because we're not, yeah, again, we're going to go back to that. We're not taught properly how to treat people. You know, instead of, hey, my fair share, it's, mine, and I sell you your little pittance for a lot of money. Wait a minute. You know, come on. You know, it's all right as long as you can do that to other people someday, I guess, but I don't like it.
Grim, is it coming up due again?
Mm. What do we
I
got?
see this PayPal.me RLM
Uh-oh.
radio, And I'm just
Oh
curious
no.
if Shoutcast is coming up due again, because if it is, let me know.
Uh-oh. Money. We
Mm-mm.
need. Oh, I've solved the money problem too. There's an attached debt to all your currency, everybody out there in radio land. And that attached debt is on top of the value of your holding currency. So I think like this: why don't you gather all your currency, put it in an envelope, and send it to me? And for sending me your currency, I'll cover the fucking debt. And I'll send you a bag or a box, depending on how much I got left, of real magic beans.
Do they make you toot?
I hope so. I don't know. But I mean, I'm sure there's people right now just they want to throw the computer across the room. I mean, what? Well, I never have I got a reasonable answer to this particular question. If you have 100 years of printed fucking money with an attached interest rate to it, and the interest rate was never printed, what would somebody please tell me how that works? I'm confused at not printing the interest to pay the interest with. So you're paying the interest out of the capital that you borrowed. What? Somebody's getting raped here, and I can't explain it. It's not the banker.
Well, and that's one of those things where people will only hear what they're ready to hear, kind of things. And if they're not
So,
receptive and ready to
yeah,
hear,
yeah,
then they're
yeah.
just going to look at you like you're
Uh,
talking like one of those Charlie Brown teachers. Wah wah
yeah.
wah wah wah
It's all
wah.
right. You go to the dark table. What do you want?
You
What
do
the?
that really well.
Yeah, I lived in New Jersey for a while. Yeah, you name it, I did it.
Yeah.
If they say it happened after 9 o'clock at night, it probably did. I don't know. I don't give a fuck. People talk. All their fucking words they're all the same. They think they're so original. Come up. You know who's original to me? Larry fucking Woods is original. That's who's original. That man knows some shit.
And yet his originality stems from ancient stuff that he's learning that he went, whoa, dang.
See, that's oh man, there's so much to know. And we scratch so little of what is available and think we know shit because, oh, I read a book. Oh, I know this, I know that. Yeah, well, go change the spark plugs on your car for me. And then tell me how smart you are when you're finished doing it.
Oh, yeah, try and do that on a new car. Whew.
That's what I'm talking about. Did you not get the gist of the joke?
No, I was thinking of like an older car, which I know where the spark
No,
plugs
I'm
are and all
talking
that
about,
other fun shit, and I could
yeah,
probably figure out how to do it myself because I've
no.
actually changed a spark plug on my
Yeah,
lawnmower.
you take a new car and you don't get a rack and no, here's a ratchet.
Yeah.
Here's a ratchet, a couple of odd sized wrenches. That might be a half inch down there. You figure it out. Maybe a knuckle buster. All right, you go change those spark plugs for me. And the first thing you're going to hear is, I can't do that with these tools.
Yeah.
Oh, so we're finally getting somewhere with your knowledge, huh?
Yeah, there you go, Sparky. Well, you know what?
Yeah.
We're out of time.
And we're out of time again. And we came to the end of the road
Yeah.
one more time. Oh, and remember,
Aw, gee.
folks, I don't like Roundup in my fucking dinner. You got it?
There you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, y'all have been listening to the Dork Table here on RealLibertyMedia.com, Channel 3. Also on the RLM Radio.xyz station, the RLM TuneIn radio station, the RLM Internet radio
Lucky.
station, the RLM Spreaker radio station, and later on the RLM SoundCloud. Thank you all for listening in. Be sure to check back because Kira with the Bridge will be on at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, and then Bo Diddy will be on this evening, I believe at 8 o'clock Eastern Time, for some bodacious Tomorrow at noon Eastern Time is Grimner with the Blues, and at 2 or 3. No, I think it's 2 my time, so it must be 3 Eastern. I don't know. Hal Anthony will be on right after Grimner with the Blues. I will not be on Wednesday because I will be having mother-daughter time. So I will see you all next week Friday. But until
You
then,
will be missed.
from your hostess with